All right, what's up, YouTube? So, firstly, I would like to apologize for not being able to upload as much as I want to. It's just work has been nuts these past few weeks. So, I'm probably in the future, moving forward, I'm probably only going to be able to upload like twice a week. And so, I hate to say that, but unfortunately, work comes first. So, besides that, whatnot, on today's episode we are on episode 8, I think. Episode 8, I don't know. I lost track. Episode 8 of Road to Getting Jacked. And on today's topic, we are going to be discussing how to begin your fitness journey. But if you're just starting out, like you've never touched a weight, never, counted macros or calories, I would recommend starting off small. Like, don't just go from eating McDonald's and pizza to straight bodybuilding style chicken, broccoli, and rice, because you're not going to get very far if you do that. So I would recommend just starting off small. Cut your portions in half, and like instead of having an entire pizza, maybe have one or two slices of pizza. Instead of getting a regular Coke, get a Diet Coke. Stuff like that. And I would also recommend, before like starting any training program or working out or anything like that, I would recommend consulting a doctor and a physical therapist. That way, because some people may have like health issues, I would just recommend consulting them, making sure you're good to go before you start any training program. That way, you don't hurt yourself or anything like that, because we don't want that now, do we? But nutrition wise, I would recommend starting off small, like gradually start introducing whole foods. I would recommend primarily sticking to whole foods. That doesn't mean you have to cut out everything. Like, you can still have pizza and ice cream, just not as much, just you can still have it, just don't eat like an asshole. It's simple as that. Just, have some sense and, just control yourself. I know it's hard, and it's hard with that kind of food, because it's just, as soon as you want one bite, you want another and another and another. It really is addictive to eat that kind of food. So that may be hard, but just starting off small and working out, training wise, I again start off small. Like, don't go on some full on powerlifting, bodybuilding, CrossFit style training, because the chances of you hurting yourself are going to be pretty high. So start off small. Even if you can just do body weight squats, push-ups, pull-ups if you can. But like, even if you're lifting 5 pounds, don't worry about weight at the beginning. Now, later down the line, yes, you want to try to progress and get stronger, but at the beginning, just try to work on form and technique over everything. At least you're trying. And trying is better than nothing. Some people don't even have the guts to get off their ass to go to the gym in the first place. So if you already go to the gym, that's half the battle. Just going in there, that's just half the battle. Unless it's leg day, then no, that's just the beginning. But yeah, just start off small. Even if it's, like I said, 5 pounds. Again. And that may be hard for people to start working out. They may be nervous about what other people think. No one cares. No one even knows you're there. I promise you. Just do your thing. Form and technique over weight. Just try. That's all I gotta say. And most importantly, be safe and hydrate and eat good whole food and all that whatnot. And just stick with it. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna head to the gym and I'll see y'all there. Alrighty, guys, made it to the gym, and today is back day. And honestly, in my opinion, back day is more fun than chest day. That's just me. Like, I'm not saying chest day is boring by any means, but back day is just more fun in my opinion. But and honestly, as long as it's not leg day, it's a good ass day, people. in the cut, I don't feel anything, man. Like, I just don't care anymore. Like, I don't know if it's just like my mental health as a person or the cut. I think it's a bit of both at this point, if I'm being honest. I should probably get some help. But honestly, you gotta keep pushing forward when it gets hard. That's when people quit. Like, that's where everyone quits. That's why, because when it gets hard and you just don't feel like you're day in, day out, you're locked in, you're giving it your 110% of your fucking soul, and you're still not seeing results, that's when people quit. But it's just, that's when it counts. Like, when you think it's not working, that's when it's working, because it just takes time, discipline, consistency. That is what it takes. And honestly, people just want instant gratification. People want results now, but sorry, Buttercup, that ain't how it works. Any results, that, like, when it gets hard, that's when people quit. So don't be like most people, man. Just, keep pushing forward. And yeah. Alrighty, guys, that was a pretty good workout, and thank you guys for watching. And Justin Bonilla signing off.